So let's say for this trick, I explained to the spectator that I would like for them to go ahead and cut the deck as much as they would like. Once they're done cutting the deck, I can show the spectator that all of the cards are different and none of the cards are the same. So we're going to actually try something a little different here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a few piles here. So this is the card we're going to get to at the end. And we're going to actually do a few piles just like this because I think how you cut the deck actually programmed the deck to help us with this card. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn over this pile, and whatever card is on the bottom, that suit is going to match the suit of this card. So either a club, heart, spade, or diamond. And when we turn this pile over, the value of this card, so for example, ace through king, is going to match this card. So if this was a spade and this was a seven, this would be the seven of spades. So let's see what we have. So the suit is going to be a club. The eight of clubs, we're going to go with the club. And the value in this case is the nine of hearts, so we're going to have the nine. So if we put these together, the nine of clubs, this card is the nine of clubs. So that is the effect for today. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so this is going to be a bit of a different video. I am going to show you how to do that trick, but I'm also going to be doing a deck review, because as you saw, I had some new cards there. And the secret behind this trick is actually a stacked deck. And I never actually taught the stacked deck before, so I'm actually going to show you what that stack is as well. So I actually received, or I bought, two decks of cards here. Now, I don't like these cards that much, but I thought I would go ahead and show you the review. Now, keep in mind, both decks are the same, except the colors are different. So this is the Red Imperial deck. So the stack is inside of this deck. So when I show you the faces of the cards, you're also going to see what you're going to have to do for the stack. Okay, so starting right off, you can see how it says Imperial playing cards. Imperial has like a blue background and it's in white, and playing cards is white but with a red background. You have a red crown and then a blue shield. And this is really your front design of the deck, or the box, really. Now the side of the box says poker plastic coated finish. So maybe that's why I don't like them that much, because they're plastic. But here's the side of the box, and the other side says poker in it. I think this might be the address where the cards are from. So play monster. Just like that. Now the top of the box says poker playing cards. Just like that. The bottom of the box has the barcode, and then it has Play Monster right there. And here's the back of the box, and these are the back design of the cards. Okay, so it's gonna be red or blue. It's gonna have the two crowns, and this is really what it's gonna be. Now, when you open up the tuck flap, you don't get anything, just pure white, or just plain white. When you open up the box even further, you get plain white. And then you open up the flaps, you get plain white. Now, what cards do you receive? Well, you do receive two ad cards, and these are actually some different ad cards here. So the first ad card is this one right here. And this one actually talks about Farkle. It's a classic dice rolling, risk taking game. You can get it off of playmonster.com. Okay, so I'll leave that there just so you can see that. Playmonster.com. If I can find the website, I will leave a link down below, but no guarantees. Maybe I can't find the site. Now, the back of the ad card says, look for these Imperial products, and there are large index cards from the Imperial brand, and there is a pack of 5 dice as well. So you can actually get some good stuff, I think, off of here. And this is from playmonster.com. So the next thing is going to be the back design of the card, just like this. And on the back, it says Big on Fun. Play Monster offers multiple ways to stay updated about new product announcements, discounts, prices, game testing, feedback requests, and much more. Go to playmonster.com, and then they have Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and they even have an e-newsletter. So it looks like a newsletter they send over email. And this is the card right here I was reading. So a lot of good stuff on this card. And keep in mind, this is the same for the deck I used in the performance, this one. Except it's just blue. Okay, so you can see that right there. It stayed red for the Imperial, but it's just blue. Okay, so for the Jokers, these are actually different Jokers. So right here, I'm not too sure what this is. Maybe a shield of some sort. It says Joker and it has like eyes, nose, and a mouth. Then it has that crown, kind of like a jester hat. If you know what those think is called a jester, if you know what I mean. So this is black and white, and then you get a red one. And for the blue deck, you actually get, I want to say, a blue Joker. There's the black and white. Okay, there's the red. So really, if you never show the back of these could be identical Jokers. The spectator would never notice. And yeah, those are the cards you receive. You saw the back design. So now I'm going to show you the faces, but I'm also going to teach you the stack needed for this effect. So for this effect, this revolves around the Stebbins stack. I was going to dedicate a separate video to this, but I decided why not switch it up, and when showing you the faces of these cards, because you only saw the number cards really, I show you the stack as well. So without further ado, here's the stack. So you can either follow it like I do it, or I'm going to show you one more way at the end, really quick, you can actually get into size Stebbins stack. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go with the Ace of Clubs. Turn that around. The Ace of Clubs. You're going to have the Four of Hearts. You can notice the reds too, and these are pretty much normal. So the Seven of Spades, and I'm not going to read all of these off because you guys know what they are. But you can see how they actually look pretty normal, like Bicycle. Now the reds are darker, and the court cards are darker as well. Okay, so you can see just everything, the colors, the face, and everything. Now I might go ahead and do one of two things. I might type this in the description, or I might go ahead and make a separate video on this. I'm still debating which I want to do, if I went too fast here. But the way at the end I'm going to show you, that should actually do it. You can notice how they go either black, red, or red, black. They go by threes. So ace, 2, 3, 4. So there's your 4. And then club, heart, spade, diamond. So that's really the size Stebbins stack. I'll keep going just so you can see what they are. And obviously so you can see the faces. Yeah, these are cards I don't really like, so I probably won't be using these a whole lot because they're plastic, and I don't really like plastic. I thought they were good for this effect. There's the ace of spades. So it's a spade and it has a crown, and it has like some sort of animal, looks like, on the inside. Now the core cards, I'm going to try to show you a little longer than the number cards, but all of the numbers are actually normal, so there's nothing to really show you about them. But obviously the quartz are different, so I'm going to try to show you the quartz a little longer. Notice how the pips for like the aces are smaller, or it looks that way to me. We're getting down to the last few. And we end with the Jack of Diamonds. So, for the size Stebbins, you're going to start with the Ace of Clubs and you're going to end with the Jack of Diamonds. And if you followed my order, this is what your deck should look like. So, at the end, I will show you another way you can get into size Stebbins if you don't want to go through the way I did it. But now let's get right into how to do the trick. So what you're going to want is size Stebbins, and it really doesn't matter where the deck is cut for size Stebbins, okay? So you don't have to start with the Ace of Clubs and the Jack of Diamonds. You could start with the Nine of Clubs and the Six of Diamonds. It really doesn't matter. But once you have your stack, you're all set. So you can go up to the spectator and you can do any false cuts that keep the entire stack, because you don't want any cards out of place, and any full deck false shuffles. Now the only thing I have on my channel are full deck false cuts, so I will leave those down in the description. I don't have any fake shuffles, full deck false shuffles, or anything like that. So once you do those, if you want, is optional, you can explain to the spectator that they can cut the deck as much as they would like. And I would really encourage you to try to get the spectator to cut the deck at least once or twice. just so they know it's mixed up. Because usually for a spectator, if you cut the deck, they think it's shuffled, but really, it's not shuffled because you're still in your size Stebbins stack. So once you cut the deck, you're all set. So you can explain to the spectator anything you would like, but you're going to make 3 piles here. So what I like to say is, okay, the top card we're going to get back to later, and we're going to leave it off to the side. So that's what I do. I leave it to the side and I don't show it. And then in the context of explaining to the spectator what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the next 2 piles. So the next pile here is going to have 4 cards. Okay, so the way I do that is I say, okay, this first pile is going to help us determine what the suit of this card is. Or you can say these 2 piles are going to help us make up this card. So you can either count 4 cards singly, okay? Now, because this is size Stebbins, if you deal them, you're going to reverse the stack, and that's no good. So you're going to put a black with a black when you want a black with a red. So in order to get by that, you're going to count these in your hand. Now, I like to count 2 groups of 2. So I say, okay, this first pile is going to help us determine this card. Now I have 4 cards here, so I just drop them. This last pile is going to have 9 cards. So you're going to do 3, 6, 9, 3 groups of 3. So in your head while explaining that, the last pile is also going to help you determine this card. You're going to count in your head 1, 2, 3, or 3, 6, 9, and you're going to drop them. So it's a really easy, and then you're all set. So you can explain to the spectator, so the bottom card of this pile is going to be the suit of this card. So even the spectator can turn over the entire pile. You see it's a heart, so you say, okay, this card is going to be a heart. Or you can see if the spectator knows, if they've been following along. Then you can say, okay, the value of this card, ace through king, is going to be the value of this card. And even for the suit, you can talk about what each of the suits are. And then we have a 4. So if we put these together, we have the 4 of hearts, meaning this card is the 4 of hearts. And this can even be in the spectator's pocket the entire time. So that is the effect. Now, a really nice way to gather up the piles to get right back into the effect, because I think I'll teach this one more time, is you're going to take the pile of 9 cards. So the last pile you threw down that had the value, put those on top, followed by the suit, followed by the heart, or the single card. So if you went from left to right, you're going to go from right to left. And now you're back in the way you need to be. So here it is one more time real quick. And then I'll teach you one more way you can get into size Stebbins. So the deck can be cut. And you can explain anything you would like. But you're going to put down 1 card. You're going to put down 4 cards. And then you're going to put down 9 cards. And you're going to explain the suit of this bottom pile is the suit of this card. In this case, it's a diamond, meaning this is a diamond. And the bottom card of this pile, the value will be the value of this card. So in this case, the ace, so we put these together, we have the ace of diamonds, and that's what we have. And then you can pick up the third pile, put it on top, the second pile on top, the last card on top, give it a cut, and you're all set. So here is finally, I know this video is a little longer than the rest, but here is the way you can get the deck into size Stebbins another way. Now I'm just going to show you the method, but I'm not actually going to stack it into size Stebbins. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to arrange each of the suits. So if I did mention this at the beginning, or if you didn't catch on, you're going to need a full deck of 52 cards. So take out the jokers and take out the add cards. You're going to arrange each of the suits into their own pile. Now, for me personally, I like to do clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds, but it doesn't really matter if you know what each suit is. And then we'll go for the diamond. And we have the spade. So let's say you have each of your piles out here. You're going to pick up your club, or it doesn't matter which pile, and you're going to arrange these from ace to king. So if you're new and you don't know what ace through king is, here's what it is really quick. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. I know that was a little fast, so I'll hold these up really quick. Move this up a little, think that'll help. Hold these up just so you can see what it is. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. So you can either do this at the end once you have all of the suits arranged, or you can do this right now. You're going to turn the pile face up so the king is on top. Take the ace of clubs and move it to the top. So you can do that at the end when you're going to move cards for all of the suits, or you can do that right after you arranged it ace through king. It really doesn't matter. So the next pile, you're going to go the same way. But this time, you're going to go by 3. So just like the size Stebbins, we went ace 4. You're going to take the block of ace, 2, 3, 4, and move those on top. Now your spade. So you're just going to go ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. And in case I didn't mention this before, when the pile is face down, you want the ace on top, followed by the king at the bottom. So now when you turn this face up, if we're at 4, you're going to add 3 to that. You're going to take the ace through 7 and move those on top of the king. And finally, you have the diamond. So you can arrange these. And now if you add 3 to 7, you're going to take the ace through 10, put those on top, and this is where you're going to be. And now just to do size Stebbins, you're just going to take the club, heart, spade, and diamond. You're going to keep going through. And when you do this through the entire deck, which I'm not going to do, you are going to have something just like this. So this is the entire size Stebbins just like this. And that was the video for today. So this was a bit of a different video. I wanted to actually dedicate size Stebbins in the deck review, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this one. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.